Okay, welcome to Farm Radio. I know it's been a while. It's been quite debilitating. I may do a video on why that is later on, but I just wanted to do a quick video on this. Somebody had given us a, this was a trash find, but it's a beautiful 1965 Zenith. Let me get you the model here. It's the M2736U, uses a chassis 14M23, so it has 14 tubes. Okay, 1965, a little bit of cost cutting going on, particle board bottom. It's a black and white set. But it is quality. I'll call it inexpensive, but quality. The problem is, it was necked. TV doesn't have a scratch on it. Photofinish cabinet. Like I say, it's meager, but it's still a Zenith quality. I've taken the tuners out, and before I take the chassis and shelve this, I'll keep the maybe the chassis inside, and I'll store the cabinet elsewhere. It's too bad. It's a shame, because here's what's left of the CRT, and I went and saved the frame. Look at that safety glass, huh? This is sharp and it's really dangerous. But I wanted to keep the frame because this is a 23-inch custom framed. At this point, cost cutting again. They would just mount the, it's a Rollin tube, Rollin Zenith. They would just mount the tube to the chassis as one unit and just slide it in. I mean, pretty compact and economical, but not easy when it comes time for a replacement. So I'll probably try to heat this or chisel it out some way safely to get this glass out of here, soak it, someone suggested, but I kept the frame. I could probably put in a 23-inch standard replacement. So what I thought I'd do real quick, this set is all original Zenith tubes. The set probably ran fine. It's just the junkers, the 1-800 junk people, I thought maybe the tube cap was busted, but no, the whole shebang. I can show you a picture of it. We have the remnants of the what was left to the neck of the CRT here. The cathode looked good. I bet you this TV runs. It's a shame that they trashed it the way they did. So I've saved the legs, the knobs, all the screws and everything in a package. I've got the Variac ready. Kilowatts at 109 volts. I'm going to put this down to about, I'll put it down to about 60 volts. Well, I'll put it down to 0 and let's turn it on and bring it up. I have the 8YP4 connected. I think it's connected, everything but the focus. So I just want to see if I get a raster on it. I'm not going to go too far before I put the chassis away and shelf this while the tube is in search of. We're plugged in, power switch is here. I'm going to pull the power switch on. It does have a tuner lamp. I don't know if I'll be able to see that on or not, if it's even any good, but okay, we're powered up. Just for future reference, it's red, black, and looks like brown here for our tuner power. Yeah, that capacitor doesn't look so good there, does it? Let's see what she does. Okay, we'll increase to, we'll go to like 60. That cap is definitely bad though. You can see it all oozed out at the bottom. Unfortunately, the kilowatt does not come on until, you know, about 100 volts. Oh, plus I don't even have the power on here, so let's try that again. Start off at about 20, 30 volts. Bring it up to 50. See if we got anything. Nothing on the lamp. Hard to see if any tubes are glowing. Alright, well, let's ramp it up a little. See this thing? Okay, just starts coming alive there. It's 111 volts. Any watts? Nothing. No watts. Let me make sure we're turned on. Here. Let me get another cord. I don't hear anything. I'm gonna hit the circuit breaker, but no lamp. Oh, we do have a lamp. We do have a lamp. Okay. on. Let's volume. See what happens here. 317 watts. Seems kind of high for black and white. Oh, I hear hum. Definitely a bad filter capacitor, but what I want to see is some brightness. Vertical. Tubes are lit. Alright, let's go up. $300 watts. 110 volts. Yeah, vertical. Oh, nothing on the screen. Do hear the vertical. Let's see. Do we have anything here? See, it's hard to see outside. Suppose we could see if we have any high voltage. Oh yeah, we do have something on the screen there. I play with the brightness. It's running. Ah, I gotta get a knob for the tuner. Okay. Stand by. I might try to connect a signal to this to see if we get anything, but it's running as I assumed it would. Alright, here we are, full power again. We've got a box hooked up to it. I don't know what channel we're on. Hard to do. Let me set this camera down. Can't turn the... Connected. This IF can was hit. Ah, see, I'm wondering if that had anything to do with it. Hey, this IF can was out of place like that. I seem to have lost my snow. Oh well. Hard to do this stuff one-handed here. Yeah, now I've completely lost it. I've completely lost it. I touched that coil. Alright, well, that'll do it for this, I think. We do have raster. Vertical. It's too bad I lost my RF there, my IF. I did just want to get a look at that coil here, because it did take a hit. So, I don't know, it looks okay. No broken wires or anything, there's a diode there. Inductor, I mean, it looks okay. Nothing broken or shorted, so we're gonna have to look into that a little more. That area, this area here took a hit, hence the hole in the cabinet down there. So, you know, I'll power it up one more time, but I wiggle the tubes. I'll try it once more, but we'll end it here. All right, so power up here. Come on. Make sure we're flipped on over here. There we go. Converter box is on. Yeah, I heard that IF drop right out of there when I touched that. Just no snow, just no snow. I don't want to go touching here. There could be some voltages on here. That's all I did was touch that coil. Oh, I can't turn this tuner by hand. You can hear there's no IF. You can hear it. It's like absolutely nothing. A little bit of sound. Let me set this down, play with this a little. Well, again, I don't know what happened here with the IF. That's the third IF right there. All the tubes are lit. In the IF, so we'll stop there. Like I say, if the set was probably working before it got trashed, being a Zenith. Nice raster. Alright, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. I'll just pan this chassis real carefully for my own. Take plenty of pictures. I said we have the yellow on the first terminal, followed by the red, followed by the plastic brown, and then followed by the cloth brown. And we have one red over here that goes over to the UHF tuner right there, and that's the one that comes over to this red. We'll get the buttoning this cabinet up because we're going to store this somewhere until round 2 at time comes, and you can see where that capacitor oozed out. I don't think that's the fault of the IF. Okay, but we'll button him up. We'll take a look at the underside of the chassis. This will be a fun little project to work on inside with the test tube. Again, this was the IF transformer that was hit, this one here. So could have taken out one of the tubes, who knows, but we had snow. Let me turn here. Okay, let me get some focus here. Okay, here are 3 IF tubes. 1, 2, 3. And you can see this, I don't know, looks like a 33 ohm resistor off of that Uzi capacitor. Was changed at one point. So now the time would be to just test the voltages around these tubes and maybe substitute one of the tubes. The coil looks okay. So this is the area we'll focus on to get a picture on this thing. But a quick scan of the underneath here. Like I say, this set probably worked just fine. It doesn't look very high hour. Cap looks okay over here. Alright, there you have it. That's the 23-inch Zenith black and white that's in need of a 23 EYP4. Take one last look at this mask here on here to see if it was made for some kind of factory, some other alternate mount, but it appears it is not. It's made for that tube and that tube only. Okay, I'm going to call this Zenith number 2. It's a 1960, I would say 4, but according to the SAMs it may be as late as 67, but I think this is an earlier one. Anyway, this is the model 25 25S2970-1. It's got the chassis 23XC36. And I bought this because I remember seeing it when I was a teenager doing a service call on this. Well, I wasn't doing the service call, but the house we were in, the gentleman I was with, the shop I was working with at the time, I heard the sound out of this TV. This is a high fidelity model. There's bass and treble there. And the controls are located behind the door there. And I was in awe with the sound that came out of this television. It was just in complete fascination. This is our color and our tint. The rest of the controls perhaps under here, I'm not certain. But okay, I tested the CRT. It appears to be original. We have another Zenith I'm going to be picking up, another console, and it's 1 year newer, and it has a different chassis. But let's take a look inside. I want to test the CRT real quick because I did when I purchased it, and it didn't light, and it's just the key is broke off, and what else is wrong with it? It had some of the lights lit up on the tester. I don't know, with a heater cathode short. I don't know what it was, but let's get this out and opened up. As I mentioned before, the other Zenith was, the black and white, was abused, manhandled, and they necked the tube. Same, no difference here. The seller said it lit up, that the set lit up, but when I got there and I tested the CRT, I did not plug this in. There's no chance that this TV lit up. We got, let's just take a look around here. Again, this is the original CRT, best I could tell. One RCA tube, Zenith tube in the back. The output tube is way back there. It's a compact I think it's a GE replacement. Anyway, Raytheon there, Zenith damper, and the cage is open, I noticed. Okay, and this wire here is burnt, not burnt, but that different chassis where the output tube is right there or something, and it gets singed. Anyway, lawnmower in the background. Here's the CRT. This is what I wanted to show you. I tested this. The key is missing. These pins are just in horrible shape, and I got an odd reading. It didn't even light up, and the blue lateral magnet here is kind of fatigued. Okay, let's get it on the checker. A close-up of the neck of the tube, and the nipple here doesn't look like it's broken or gone to air, but you know, it is damaged. I don't know why. I'll attach the B&K. We're going to use the 467. I did notice when I was testing the other day, I had it on 0 to 4. That may have been a problem. I'm up at 6.3, and the tube is glowing, so I didn't have that before. So maybe, yeah, maybe we're okay here. So let's set G1 at 50. I may have had the socket on wrong. I don't know. I had these indicators here lighting up and that, so I convinced the seller the tube was bad. The seller didn't. He was under the gun, and he didn't want to waste time. He said I had 5 minutes. He didn't even want me to bring out the tester and test the tube. Let's see if we can set cutoff. I'm able to set cutoff. Maybe with the key. I did not have the key, and who knows. Anyway, we have good cutoff there. Okay, it's been long enough. Let's see. Yeah, not as good as the other set. Green is down, blue is down, so it probably lit up red. And it may wake up. I'll leave it on a few minutes. I'll let it cook at about 8 for a few minutes. And there's a date code of 6513. So This is a 1966 set. Now it says 966 on the tuner there. I just like this set. I don't know why I chose this over the other one. I just like the style of this set. I know it was older because it had the older turn class that are very hard to turn. The older style. Whereas the other Zenith we're going to get will have the plastic, more modern clasps. Okay, we're up at 8 volts. Let's set cutoff again. Wow, look at that cutoff go way up there on that one. Let's see what the cutoff tests at 8 volts. You can see what the image. I'll set cutoff at 8 volts and give it a test here. Nice. That woke it right up. Let's go back to our 6.3. And let's go back to cutoff. So it did light up. Could plug it in a second. Still testing good. I know I'm getting some reflection there, but not a lot I can do. That's at 6. Let's do a life test. That's a life test? Wow. Okay. I'm happy with that. Alright, the owners have already plugged this in, so I'm not going to variac it or anything. So we got 112 volts out here. I'm on watts and the power's on. Set them in. Volume set to about mid. And here we go. 102. Should be about 350 watts. This set. Draw more as the tubes warm up. Here's some sound in the speaker. Bass and treble are up. I'll put the bass about mid. About 200. Should get the high voltage probe, would be nice. Oh, crackle, crackle, crackle. I can't hear the 15575 any longer, but I hear the crackle, crackle. No volume though. 277 watts. And we got that. Service switch. We are in normal. Okay. Nice bright tube though. Vertical, where are you? Vertical, where are you? Vertical, right behind the oscillator. Right behind the oscillator. This guy. Vertical oscillator right here. That's good. He's good. That's original. Aw, no vertical. Let's make sure all our pins are on our yoke here. Well, I don't know if we have yoke pins. Alrighty. Oh, does this have the old vertical transformer issue? Of course, with the lawnmower, I can't hear anything. Alright, there you have it. Let's try that again. I don't know where the brightness is on this. Oh, they're in the front like they always were. Brightness right here. Brightness. Let's turn down our brightness so. waiting. Oh, I pulled the brightness knob off. Oh, mercy. Oh. Yeah, there we are. I gotta shut it down. I pulled the brightness knob off. Okay, well, trying to put the brightness knob on, I can't believe the brightness knob has fallen through the chassis. It's fallen, and I didn't even press hard. It's just I can turn it down, but it's in the chassis. I'm not going to power it up like that. Well, there you have it. It sounds like we have no vertical, and I'm going to investigate it. I think the transformers were known to go on these. I'm going to have to look into that. Okay, that's it for Zenith 2. Okay, last but not least, in this little mini-series, we'll call this Zenith 3. This is a Space Command 600 model. It's a 1968 model, I believe. It's 1 year newer. Actually, I think it's more like 65. It's like 3 years newer than the Zenith 2, we'll call it. Be careful, I almost broke one of these louvers here. Real careful here. Got them on each side, and again, it has the high fidelity sound, even though it doesn't say it. It does not have bass and treble, but behind the door reveals the controls. Volume. It's a remote set, so I believe I have a clicker for this somewhere. This is probably how you change the channel. I have no idea. This one's well taken care of. It's got the Zenith halo. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. The tube tests good. It's a replacement Sylvania. The green was a little down. I'll show you. And the green may come up. So it almost tracks evenly except for the green. But again, it hadn't been on. The owners have plugged this in, so I'm just going to get the kilowatt and give it a try. Okay, we'll call the Zenith 3 here is in much better shape. Still has the two original clips on the chassis. I thought I had this one undone. This is a remote set, so you have to undo the knob here, the manual knob, to gain access. I've already had the back off. I've already tested the CRT. And when you need service, you're to call George's. Okay, I'll get a cheater cord for this one. And one more. This uses the new style retainers. I think it says in the SAM 7 of them. They even count them for you. This set has not been the service on this set. Oh, I just don't want to mar it too much because it hasn't been opened very often. Oh, I'm telling you. I don't know if these get bent or what, but these are harder to work with than the other ones. Okay. The other one was more black dust inside. They've got some little different setup than the other chassis. That the tubes are here. This is the I like to say that it's not the shunt regulator. I forget. That's the damper. The output tube is, oh, that is the output tube. No, horizontal output. I'd like to say regulator, but does not have the 6BK4. All right. Anyway, same CRT. Replacement Sylvania. The warranty card is right there. There's the radio chassis for the automatic tuning. Okay, let's get the cheater cord and fire this up. Okay, I just did hit the power switch, the switch here on the kilowatt, so we have 169, 177 watts, and the tubes are lit. Little hum from the speaker. 290 watts. Hear the vertical. I cannot hear high voltage with my ears. I'll have to wait for the crackle. see nothing. I hear nothing. I hear the vertical running. It may have high voltage, but I can't hear it. Let's see what we got up front. Oh, we do have raster here. We have raster. Okay. The camera's blanking, but we have a full raster. Shot here. Let's see if we have any volume. We don't know how to tune this set. Well, obviously that's the power on off. Well, I can't wait a little bit. Back on. See if we get our raster back here. There we go. I see snow. No idea what channel we're on. Oh, 5, 4, oh, 2. We skipped one. Maybe they skipped 3 on this. Okay, channel 4. Color. Okay, Zenith 3 is a working set. Let's try her to hook a box up to it. Set is back on, 145 watts and counting. The converter box is on. And we're on channel 4. Now let's see if we get any. See if we get anything. Tuner could be dirty, of course. Oh, weak signal. There we go. A little out of focus. Alright, what do we got here? Anybody? Oh, come on. Oh, this stupid antenna won't even pick up one station. This piece of crap antenna. It didn't look too good on the splash screen, I will say that. Oh, come on. Let me shut the box off. Let me just show you the splash screen here. No signal. That does not look right. That looks okay. It doesn't look bad. Can't get a silly signal on this. Weak signal. Are you kidding me? Digital TV certified antenna here. Piece of crap. Oh well, let's check the focus while we're here. Well, the focus sharpened up pretty good, but that's all I got. Okay, that's gonna have to do it for now for Zenith 3. I will mention the Zenith 2 has a no video, no vertical deflection, white line, and I checked the 340B plus and the fuse is fine. It was replaced at one point, and someone just put a piece of copper across it. So I'm looking at possibly vertical output transformer. We'll check the basics first. Maybe it's a resistor, but that's it for now. Here's an oddity. Here's the key wave for the from this set with the replacement CRT, and this is what's broken on the original, the other Zenith 2 over there. Maybe we'll glue that back on the other set. Okay, that's all for now.